Okay, so first, let me just quickly cover some basic terms we'll be using. So a color has three main aspects to it. Its value, that's how light and dark it is. Its saturation, and that's how intense or gray it is. And its hue, that's the actual color itself, like red, blue, yellow, green, etc. On the color wheel, we generally think of the red, orange, and yellows as warm colors, and the purple, green, and blue as cool colors. And these will be the basic terms that we'll use a lot when we talk about colors. So, one of the first things I want to talk about is the topic of color temperature. And I think this really will change how you see everything around you. As artists, we often hear terms like warm colors or cool colors, but what I want to talk about and show you will go much more in depth than that. It's about how colors interact with each other and play tricks on our visual perception. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so here I have two gray squares placed on different backgrounds. One is on this orange background and one is on this cool blue background, right? And let's look at these squares. The one on the left that's on the orange background feels a lot cooler. And then the one on the right, the square in the blue background, feels a lot more warmer, right? And here's the interesting thing is that when you drag the squares together like this, they're actually the same exact value and everything. Same color value, just exactly the same. So our brain was just processing these two exact identical grays in very different ways because just because they're on a different background, they have a different surrounding color. And that tricks our brain into reading these squares differently. Okay, so why does this happen? This happens because our brain perceives colors relative to what's around it. This is not just a trick, this is really a tool that painters have been using for centuries. So let's say you want to paint something and you want something to appear cooler. You don't always have to add blue to it. Well, you can do that, but you can also just surround it with warmer colors and that will make it appear cooler by comparison, right? Same goes when you want to make something appear warmer. You can just surround it with cooler colors and that will get the result that you might look for. So basically, there's always two ways to handle this. You can either make something warmer directly, or you can make the surrounding colors cooler to make that thing feel warmer by comparison.